This is the 50th day of the Gaza-Israel war. Today marks the second day of the Israel-Hamas ceasefire, aimed at securing the release of 50 Israelis in exchange for 150 Palestinian convicted prisoners. Yesterday, 13 Israelis were released and reunited with their families, while Israel released 30 Palestinians returned to the West Bank. In recent hours, Hamas has been delaying the transfer of Israeli hostages, claiming that Israel is violating the deal by not allowing enough humanitarian trucks into the Gaza Strip. However, Israeli sources indicate that over 200 trucks are awaiting entry at the Rafah border crossing. Hamas is using this ceasefire to play mind games and manipulate the situation, causing distress for families waiting to reunite with their loved ones after 50 days of separation. The goal seems to be buying time to replenish fuel, ammunition, weapons, and missiles for further attacks against Israel. It's crucial to note that this ceasefire specifically involves Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. However, Israel's broader conflict against Iran and its proxies in the Middle East continues. The IDF, in collaboration with the United States, is conducting operations to locate and destroy terror elements affiliated with Iran across the region. Stealth technology is being employed to carry out undetected airstrikes on Iranian Air Force bases in Syria and other countries. Israel has successfully intercepted Iranian naval vessels disguising themselves as merchant ships in the Persian Gulf, preventing the delivery of ammunition to Israel's enemies. Despite the Gaza-Israel ceasefire, the overall conflict persists, and Israel is using this time to reinforce units, introduce additional technological capabilities, and prepare for the next phase of the war against southern Gaza. Israel remains committed to bringing back all its hostages and dismantling Hamas. Disturbingly, after the release of Palestinian prisoners, 2 Palestinians suspected of informing against Hamas were captured and publicly in the West Bank. This underscores the gravity of the situation. Despite the challenges, there is an update that Hamas is moving forward with releasing 13 Israeli hostages, including women and children. This situation underscores Hamas's manipulation and use of hostages to gain time for rearming and continuing the fight against Israel. Gaza's truce is unlikely to last significantly beyond Tuesday, with Israel's military stepping up pressure on Sunday to restart the air and ground offensive in a campaign that some experts predict could run into next year. It is estimated there were another 40 children and women who are not soldiers covered by the initial agreement, giving scope for more phased releases, although not all the hostages are under the direct control of Hamas, but instead Palestinian Jihad or other smaller armed groups. But while that may lead to several days of extensions, the Israel Defense Forces have been unambiguously signaling their desire to restart the military campaign. On Sunday morning, Herzi Halevi, the head of the IDF, put out an uncompromising message to all the country's soldiers. It is crucial to share the truth globally, highlighting the ongoing threat posed by a terrorist organization that prioritizes the destruction of Israel over the well-being of its own people. Let's pray for the peace of Israel and the safety of the Israeli soldiers.